Well, if you're on social media, who isn't? You may have noticed an uptick in the number of photos friends and family are posting from Italy, Greece, and Spain. Travelers seem to be showing a preference for international travel, and airlines are taking note. Domestic airfares currently down 11% from last year, whereas international airfares are up 10%. That's according to Hopper. For more on this, we turn to Hayley Berg, Hopper Lead Economist. So, Hayley, take us through what's behind this divergence in price.
On the international front, we're actually seeing record high fares, and this is being driven by the incredible amount of demand we're seeing to the region, as well as low supply. Airlines haven't brought back 100% of their 2019 capacity on these routes, and jet fuel prices still significantly higher than they were in 2019. So on the international front, still a lot of headwinds to overcome with fares. But on the domestic front, demand has normalized. Short haul flights are less impacted by high jet fuel prices. And we're seeing a lot of competition. Airlines have brought back more capacity than they had in 2019. So diverging trends for different reasons on each of those, but we're still seeing very strong demand for both domestic and international.
Yeah, you talk about the new supply, or at least the new routes that have come online, at least domestically, sort of going back to where we were back in 2019. Airlines have also slashed prices to try and get consumers to stay a little closer to home. How successful do you think that's going to be? I mean, what's driving the travel decision?
Right now, what we're seeing is the end of summer. Most Americans are prioritizing what we call bucket list vacations. They're willing to spend $1,000, $2,000 on that all-in trip to Europe, to South America, to Asia. But that's going to shift very quickly. The shoulder season, which is typically September and October, is actually the cheapest time of year to buy a flight, to take a trip. And travelers will start shifting back towards domestic. By the time we get to Thanksgiving and Christmas, the majority of travelers will be looking at domestic because most go home for the holidays. So though we're seeing international really having a moment right now with incredible demand, we are expecting to see a shift back towards domestic, which will probably put some upward pressure on prices.
Now, Hayley, I want to know if you've seen, in terms of, especially when you think about domestic travel, or travel in general, any demand destruction due to just kind of all the problems that we've had with regard to just snafus at the airport, flights being canceled. Has that done anything to demand from your view?
It's pretty incredible that it has not. We've seen record high delays, cancellation rates, especially from some pocket airports that have been adversely impacted by everything from weather to technical meltdowns. Despite that, we're still seeing incredible demand, especially for those international trips, but also for domestic. We're not seeing it slow travelers down. What we are seeing is a preference by travelers to spend a little extra to protect those trips from disruption, from unexpected delays. On the Hopper app, we see about 10 to 20% of customers adding a disruption protection product. So they still want to take the trip. They're still spending that budget on travel, but they're saving a little bit of that budget for protection products to help give them peace of mind, because these disruptions are abnormal and they are top of mind.
Hayley, what does that demand look like for travel going into year end? Are we starting to see more bookings for the holiday travel season and beyond?
We aren't seeing a surge in holiday travel bookings yet, which is a good thing. Something that we see coming out of the pandemic is user behavior, traveler behavior about when they book is very different. And a lot of travelers are booking way too far in advance or way too close. So the sweet spot for holiday bookings is really going to be mid-September to mid-October. That's when prices will be the lowest, and that's when we hope to see the majority of bookings for the holiday, although we always see a surge in those last-minute Thanksgiving and Christmas bookers.
And Hayley, I got to ask you one fun question, because you mentioned bucket list. I know what's on my bucket list. That would be Bali, but not this year. What's on your bucket list?
Definitely Greece. I've seen way too many photos from the beaches in Greece, and I'd definitely like to go there myself.
Great choice. That actually should be on my bucket list. I'm adding that to my bucket list as well. Well, we'll go together. Hayley Berg, thank you so much.